overview of what to expect, what is expected of you, and overall success of this program depends on how you take tonight's session. Trust me, and I'm telling you the fact. Okay, so we have our facilitator for tonight already here. She has been here since, waiting for us. Okay, but before she dived into the session proper, I would like to introduce our Oga at the top, the Executive Director at NICOP Capacity Development Center, to give us the opening remarks, and is no other person than Mr. Nicholas Khalifa.
Thank you, Dami. Good evening, everyone. I think this is the point. This is the point to get to know who is here, who is not here, and where you're joining from. So, if you can, please can you use the comment section. Just in one word, I can already see your name. Just tell me where you're joining from tonight, so that we can be able to, like, have a gauge of where we are covered in Nigeria. I hope we can cover the 32.
Mr. Nicholas, you're muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Great.
we can.
So I was saying that, good evening, guys. So we want to know where you are joining from. So we have Abuja, we have Kogi State, we have the United States of Abuad. I don't know where that is. We have Lagos, we have Kano, we have Kogi, we have Ekiti, we have Enugu, we have Lagos, we have Port Harcourt, we have Ekiti State, we have Lagos. Oh my God, I cannot see Niger State, I cannot see Plateau State. What's happening? Oyo State, Ibadan, Kogi State, Asaba, Port Harcourt, River State, Lagos. Where are Abuja people? I cannot see Kaduna yet. We have Nasarawa, that's good. Lagos is still here. We have Cross River. Okay, that's interesting. Is anyone from Borno State here? Anyone from Borno State? We have Gambia. Thank you. We have Gambia. We have Abuad. We have Oyo. We have Uyo. We have Kogi. Thank you so much, guys. I think we've pretty covered some states in Nigeria, and also we have people joining us from outside the country. So my name is Nicholas Khalifa, and I know some of us might have had interaction with me. For some of us that I had the opportunity to interview for this program. Yeah, so you are here. It's been a very long ride coming. So this program started, or the application for the program opened last year, and it's been a whole lot of long process. And finally we are here, and I'm so excited tonight. I don't know if you're excited too. Please, if you're excited, I want you to. Yeah, I'm seeing hands already, guys. Okay, that's great. That's the energy that I want. That's what I want. Wait, that's it. Thank you. The energy in the room. Okay. So I'm so excited because the next 6 months. Eniola, thank you for doing that. So because the next 6 months is going to be a very significant month. If there's anything like that in your life is going to change for better, and that's why I'm excited. So I don't want to take our time. We are going to meet. We still have a whole lot of 6 months ahead of us, and we'll be meeting to talk about it. But first, what I want to say tonight is to first of all appreciate those that have made this program possible. That's the first thing. So I want you to put your hands together to all our reviewers. These guys were able to review up over 500 application in less than 1 month, guys. I mean, they did a very, very great job. They did not just every bit of them. They went through your essays. Schedule an interview with you and conducted interview, and thank you so much to our reviewers. You're going to see them in the handbook that we're going to give you to them. Time will not permit us to call all their names, but thank you so much to all our reviewers for the great work that you've done. And also want you to to appreciate our liaison officers, and these are the people that you're going to be working with in your different groups, to put your groups together in your group cycle. And these guys are working for free without being paid. In fact, as a matter of fact, I posted this evening that at Nick Hub we make use of volunteers, and that's why this program is free for you. People volunteer to use their time, they volunteer to use their own data, and that's why you are not paying a dime. It's not because someone else is paying them. No one is paying them. Nobody is bankrolling them. And so please, when you're interacting with your liaison officers, please know that they are volunteers and they are sacrificing for you. So they owe you nothing, but you owe them everything for this program. And I also want to say is a very big thank you to the core team members, the staff who have been working around the corner. These guys have been with us for the past 5 years, and we do this every year. And this is not just the program we do, and they have been so awesome. All of them have their full-time job. Some of them are students, full-time students, yet they take time to put stuff together to make this work. I do not take it for granted. And of course, to the brain box, the directors who are pulling resources together to make this work, we say thank you for making this happen. And also want to use the opportunity to say a very big thank you to our non-executive directors who have been a backbone in terms of giving us advices. So you're going to see a whole lot of them. I'm going to meet them in the course of this program. But I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone. Now, having said that, I said I will not take your time, but I want to say that I want to repeat myself what I normally tell people at the beginning of this program. So what we do at the Growth Mentorship Program is 3 things. Number 1, we invest in mindset reengineering. Number 2, we invest in building growth framework. And number 3, we invest in helping you to build character. Now, all these things we are doing is we don't build your character, but we show you how to build your character. We don't build a growth framework for you. We show you how to build growth framework and add blocks on that framework so that you can actually grow. We don't re-engineer your mindset. We just show you how you can re-engineer your mindset and why you need to re-engineer mindset. So I say this to establish the fact that this program is like a proverbial horse and the river. So we bring you to the river. How much you can drink from the river is up to you. If you like, drink something. If you like, don't. But how much you can drink from the river is up to you. But if I were you, I will not just come to this river with buckets and spoons. I'll come with tanks to fill up. Because at the end of this 6 months, if your life has not changed, if your life have not transformed, then we have failed as an organization. We have failed as a resource that we pull together. And so we want you to help us by committing to the program. And it's very simple. Like I mentioned to the people that I interviewed, someone asked me if it's possible, like, what does success mean in this program? We are not demanding much from you. Success in this program means setting aside 2 hours, just 2 hours every week for this program. That is outside the sessions that you have. If you can invest 2 hours to do deep work, and it's going to be part of what I'm talking about. If I invest 2 hours every week to do deep work, trust me, you will not lag behind in any activity. You will not lag behind in any task. So you just need 2 hours, and there are how many hours in a week? Who can do the math for me? How many hours do we have in a week? 24 hours in a day, 7 hours, 7 days in a week. You can do the math. Out of all that, what you need to be a success in this program, to be above average in this program, is 2 hours. So I would love you to invest that 2 hours, put those 2 hours in time, and see how this is going to go. And then finally, I'll also 168 hours. Thank you, Oluwa Toby Lover, for that. 168 hours. And what we are requesting from your 168 hours is just 2 hours. I mean, that is nothing compared to that's no percentage. But if you can invest that's why we don't take excuses. You can't tell us that you are busy, that's why you can't keep up to the task. Because you can't tell us that you are so busy that you cannot invest 2 hours to personal growth and development. After you have written the essay, some of you did the video, some of you went through the interview and be here. So 2 hours is what you need. So arrange your time to invest 2 hours. And having said that, I want to close on this note. Now, the first person that will happen to interview, the very first person that will happen to interview, I think his name is Emmanuel. And at the end of the interview, we told him to tell us what he wants, to ask us a question. And he asked me a question: why are you doing this? Right? I mean, that question took me off guard. Why are you doing this? And then, of course, I could not, and many of you might have read the story because I've shared the story to some, but the reason we are doing this is simple. Every person has the potential to be above average. Every young person has the potential to be above average. But you cannot be above average if you don't have access to the right mindset, if you don't have access to the right growth framework and opportunities, and if you don't have access to the right opportunities to build your character. So that's why we are doing this. There's nothing else, because we want to see as many of us grow. Some of us that come from this part of the world, you know that the world has not become a global village. So you're not competing with somebody in your village. You're not competing with your neighbors. You are competing with people from the US, people from China, people from Netherlands, who are about over 100 years ahead of you. But then you can collapse time thank God for technology. You can collapse those time and position yourself to compete with them, comfortably and win. We have seen a lot of people doing that, and we know that it's possible. So we have created this platform to build young people, to build you up, so that you can compete globally. And at the end of this program, I hope that in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, somebody will say, thank God I was part of GMP 2026, because they set my life on course. So see you guys subsequently, and God bless you. That's me. Over to you, Dami or Messi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nicholas. That was powerful. I think that's the charge that everyone needs tonight. You need that to excel, because like I told those I interviewed, this is a rigorous program, and I did not try to sugarcoat it for them at all. It's a 6-month journey that is going to transform your life, that you're going to thank yourself that you joined us this year especially. So thank you once again, Mr. Nicholas. We are grateful to have you here, and also grateful for that powerful charge that you gave us. Okay, so I'm going to be calling on Mercy Aronimo so that she can dive into the session she has prepared for us.
Hello everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
It's nice meeting you all. I officially welcome you to Growth Mentorship Program 2026 Cohort. We are so excited to have you join us, and thank you so much for going through our interesting process of application. So tonight is the onboarding section, and I'm going to take us through participant orientation. I'm just going to share my screen right now with us. So let me get feedback if you can see my screen.
Me I come out last time with my black book. No, the grass matter. If I not see, I go wait. If I not see the next.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Okay, like I said earlier, we are taking participants orientation, making the most of growth mentorship program, and key tools familiarization. That's what we are going to be doing tonight. So just before we start, I would want everyone to mute their mic and say something. So when I say GMP 2026, I want you all to say stand out. So are we ready? Okay. Yeah. Everyone, please unmute your mic. Thank you. GMP 2026. Okay. Thank you very much for that. That's a good way of starting. You can mute your mic back now. Thank you. So we are going through orientation this evening, how you can make the most of growth mentorship program and getting familiar with the key tools that we use at GMP. At the end of this session, what you are going to be getting is that you will understand what GMP is all about. You would know the structure of the program and what is expected of you as a participant. You will also learn how to maximize the opportunities within GMP, that is Growth Mentorship Program. And then we are going to introduce you to the key tools we use, which most of you are already familiar with. And finally, you'll be beginning your journey with clarity, commitment, and purpose. Thank you very much once again for joining us this evening. And so we begin with participant orientation. GMP is being hosted by NICOB. Growth Mentorship Program is hosted by NICOB Capacity Development Center. And aside Growth Mentorship Program, GMP also and NICOB also has two other initiatives, that's EMP and Career. So we have Employability Bootcamp, which is focused on career readiness. And we also have Career Initiative, right? This time around, the spelling of the career here is K, not the C. So we have the Career Initiative, which is focused on connecting young people with opportunities. To give you an understanding of what GMP is all about, it's a 180 days transformational mentorship experience that is to help you develop your mindset, your character, and the skills that you need to thrive in the real world. And like Mr. Nicola just told us during the introduction, it's going to be for a serious period of 6 months. So we are commencing in March, and we are going to be together till August 2026. GMP is meant to bridge the gap. That what I mean by that is to address needs that may not have been met within the classroom, right, in our professional environment, within the leadership roles you may have held, in order to be able to achieve real-world impact. Now, the purpose and goals of GMP, this is what we want to achieve, and this is what we also want you to work with us to be able to achieve. Growth Mentorship Program is designed to help you develop a growth mindset, which Mr. Nicola has emphasized, and also a strong character. Now, it's meant to help you build practical skills for career, for leadership, right? GMP provides a structured mentorship and guidance, and it aims at helping you become a globally relevant professional, right? You have to build the skill of resilience, emotional intelligence, and professional competence. Also, GMP is to expose participants to global standard thinking and emerging technologies, and also to build a network of mentors and excellent driven peers. And finally, right, although there may still be others I have not mentioned, is to position you for career relevance and leadership impact. Now, the structure of GMP, which you are going to get more detail about by the time you are giving all that information in relation to the program. GMP is divided into 3 phases. The first phase is focused on transforming your thinking. The second phase is focused on building of systems, right, that would be a foundation to your commitment towards growth and every other thing we aim to achieve. And finally, the third stage, which is focused on connection, that is in terms of networking, access to opportunities, and improvement in whatever you are doing. Now, the learning format we use here for the program GMP, live interactive section, just like what we are having now, which will be led by different mentors from different fields, right? There will also be skill workshops, practical assignments, practical assignment focused at testing the knowledge you've acquired. And then there's also the growth circles, right? It's also part of the learning formats, right? Because it's designed in a way or structured in a way that should encourage your growth. And finally, we have the capstone project. And the aim of this is to ensure that learning is combined with implementation for you to get the very best. Now, GMP organizers, right? The program organizers. First of all, we have NICOB operational staff, which comprises of non-executive directors, our directors, and operational staff handling different units, different work units at GMP. at Nick Hub generally, and also GMP. And then we also have the external mentors who will be coming in order to teach you, right, on different topics that have been assigned to them. We have the licensing officers or the resident mentors, the persons overseeing what's happening within your growth circle. And then we also have the growth circle leaders who are also participants within the program. So we all work together to ensure the success of the program. Now, for the growth circle, I believe everyone here on this call is already on their accountability group, which is also called the growth circle. Now, it's for an aim. It's not just there for being there, right? There's a purpose for the growth circle. It's to encourage consistent participation. And if you notice what Damilola said, right, when the call started, she said, go to your group. And I can see that from the group that I'm on. Go to your group, go and encourage persons who are not yet on the call, right, to participate, right? Over time, most of us will make friends from the group, and by the time you join the meeting, you see that, oh, my friend is not on this group. Then you just quickly put a call across to the person or send a message in order to encourage the person to join. And then the purpose of growth circle is also to promote collaboration and peer learning. You cooperate together, right? The cooperation is not limited to GMP activities, right? You can discover that somebody is into a particular field of work or a particular discipline you are interested in, and then you can choose to work with the person on a particular project that is even beyond what we do here within GMP. And also peer learning from one another. And just in case you have concerns, right, issues that you may want to escalate to the management, before you even do that, you should ask within your growth circle if there are persons who have similar issues. Maybe it might even be as little as completing your profile, which Dami has been emphasizing. You can ask within your group to get assistance with that. And also there's going to be a lot of assignments, a lot of tasks from the different mentors. The growth circle is going to provide us support in order to aid the completion of your assignments. Then there's something called capstone project, which you will receive more information about in the course of the program, right? So capstone project is done in groups within your growth circle. You are going to work on the capstone project. And finally, to build meaningful friendship, which I believe we all understand. So growth cycle has the aim of ensuring that no one grows alone. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It's telling me that you can hear me very well. Now, expectations from participants. What do we expect from you? What does Nick Hub expect from you, right, in respect to your participation in GMP? What will you do for us to say, indeed, this person like successfully participated or completed the program? Number one is attending sessions punctually, not just attending, but coming punctually, not coming in 30 minutes before it's concluded, so you can somehow sign your attendance, right? It doesn't work that way. So attend sessions punctually, and 75% attendance is needed, right, for you to successfully complete the program. Also participate actively in discussions. Sometimes the discussions may not be on the live sessions, but it can be within your growth circles. You're also meant to complete your assignments and whatever reflection exercises that's given to you, and then engage in your growth circle. Don't just stay there like the most, don't be there with the aim of winning the award of most quiet, most reserved. Interact with people, right? Share your ideas, whatever task that is given, and then ensure you participate in your capstone project. It's very, very important. If you don't meet the 75% attendance, if you don't meet the capstone project, you are not going to finish from GMP, right? It just means that you stopped halfway. Also, while you communicate, while you interact, ensure you maintain professionalism and confidentiality where applicable. And then there's also the certificate payment of 5,000 naira, which I'm going to give more details on right now. So GMP growth mentorship program is completely free. All sections are free, activities are free. But at the end of the program, if you desire to get a certificate from Nick Hub in order to affirm that, oh, this person went through this program, then you would have to pay a fee of 5,000 naira for it. And beyond the payment for the certificate, beyond the payment for the certificate in quote, right? It's also a form of signing into growth fellowship, right, within NICOP and getting access to other opportunities. Now, in general, growth requires discipline and commitment, right? Requires your discipline, it requires your commitment. A lot to be demanded from you, but it's just within a short period of 6 months. I know some persons will say it's not short, but it's short. So it's within a short period of 6 months. And we need your discipline, we need your commitment, right, for us to help you get the best from the program. Now, let's take a water break briefly. So I want to see our answers in the comment section. When you take away the whole from me, there is always some left over. What am I? I would want to see our answers in the comment section. So we are just observing a water break. Okay, I think some persons can't see the question again, so I'm just going to display that. We just have a few minutes to answer. Okay. I can see our answers. Knowledge, thinking, water. Because I said water, somebody's saying water. Okay. Cake. When you take away the whole from me, there is always some left over. Okay, information. Once it's 8:33, I'm going to display the answer and then we continue. Somebody says some knowledge. I am myself. Oh, really? Really? Some people are there getting the answer. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Myself, okay. Awesome, okay. Thank you very much. So here's our answer. The answer is wholesome. But so as many persons that said wholesome, this is the correct answer. Thank you very much. So we continue with our presentation, with our discussion rather. So we are going over to making the most of GMP. Please, if your mic is unmuted, kindly help us mute it. Thank you very much. We are going over to making the most of GMP, how you can get the best out of growth mentorship program. Please just give me a minute. Okay, so making the most of GMP, your commitment is required for you to get out the best out of this program. And I think we've emphasized that to some extent. In today's world, right, this generation, this time where we find ourselves, there's a lot of distraction physically, distraction from the media, and some of them may not really be a distraction per se. It can be some activities that we really prioritize. For example, someone that is a student or the working class person having some things to do, right? So we understand that, but focus and discipline, they are essential skills that you would require to succeed generally in life and also in GMP, right? So your results in GMP, Growth Mentorship Program, is going to largely depend on your level of commitment, right? So what we are trying to say is prioritize GMP just for a short period of time, right? And the reason we are saying this, I'm using we because I know Mr. Nicholas also talked about commitment, right? The reason we want you to be committed to the program is so that at the end of the day you get something out of it. So we don't just want you to come here just to mark attendance or just to come here for coming purposes and then without you getting any important benefit without it being of any use to you, right? So it's better you don't do something at all that for you not to do it very well, like for you, than for you not to give it your very best. So this is me pleading with you on behalf of NICOP management that please, you should try to be committed to the program, try to be consistent in attending sections, in doing your assignments. Don't allow us to follow you around, to run after you before you comply with what you are supposed to do. So be willing to learn and to apply the knowledge that you learn. And one thing about GMP that we've observed over the years is that as time goes on, 2 months into the program, 3 months, 4 months in, people keep dropping, right? The number of persons that would register at the beginning is not the number of persons that would be finishing the program, right? And they are because of different reasons. Some persons may lose interest at the end of the day and all that, and some persons maybe access to the internet, maybe work demands, academic demands, right? But we are just trying to tell you at the beginning of this program that the challenges you that may want to affect your commitments, they are foreseeable. They are things you can foresee. So it's better you plan for them ahead, like organize your schedule in a way that you can accommodate GMP program as a whole for you to be able to get the very best at the end of the day. Now, why mentorship matters? Growth mentorship program, right? So it's a mentorship program. Why is it necessary? It's important because it accelerates your growth. You can do things on your own and you achieve the results you want to achieve. But when you sign up for a mentorship program, it's meant to accelerate your growth, like make you grow at a faster rate, right? If I want to put it that way. So the benefits of mentorship is that you are going to be learning from experienced professionals, right? We have people from different walks of life, people from different disciplines that you are going to be learning from. And then it's also to help you avoid common mistakes, right? So people have gone that path that you want to go before, that you and people have actually gone through that path that you want to go even before you came there. So learning from them can help you avoid the common mistakes, right, that you should normally make, right, or the predictable mistakes. It's going to help you avoid that, and it's going to accelerate your growth. Now, gaining career direction and clarity, that's one of the things that mentorship offers. Helps you to gain career direction, helps you to gain clarity. Probably you are a student, you are not sure of where you want to major in after school, right? You're not sure of where you want to major, where you want to narrow down, whichever niche you want to build in, right? Going through this mentorship program is something that can help you to be able to achieve that. And then you also get to receive feedback from improvements. The feedback may not come directly, but as a result of a mentor sharing his or her experience, it can give you insights that would help you improve on yourself. And then GMP also provides, or the mentorship program, if I want to use that, it provides an opportunity for you to expand your professional network, right? Sorry, okay. If somebody's trying to reach out to me. Okay, I'll just continue. So helps. Okay, thank you very much, Dami. So helps you expand your professional network, right? And what I wanted to say about that before the interruption is that when talking about professional network, now it's not just in respect to the mentors alone, right? We have within your growth circle, you have very, very unique, like you have people who have done great things within your growth circle. So use your good eyes to identify them and connect with them. And then mentorship also shortens the learning curve to success. Now, setting clear goals, which is something that is very important for GMP. Some of you may just have registered for the program just for registering sake, or probably because you saw it's for young people, your friend registered, so you wanted to register, or maybe somebody that was advertising it just encouraged you to register. But now you have registered, you are here with us. If you've not set a clear goal, if you've not outlined what you want to achieve from GMP, please, we want you to be able to do that, right? So that at the end of the day, the results you get can be measurable. So to maximize this program, you must be very intentional. And by being intentional, you have to ask yourselves, what do I want to get from this program? You put them down. What are the skills I want to develop in terms of my professional growth, in terms of my career, right? What kind of career direction or clarity do I need, right? You need to outline these goals so that once you see the opportunities, you can be able to like focus to be able to get the very best from it. And then also define the kind of goals. When you set the goals you want to achieve, define the kind of goals, define them, right? They should be smart rather. Right, the goals you're setting should be smart. By smart, I mean specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Time bound. We have a 6-month program, so you should see how you can achieve the goal you want to achieve within the period of the program. And if it's a kind of goal that should extend after the program, then within this period of 6 months, you should have made significant progress on that particular goal. Now, active engagement with mentors. You are going to have mentors coming to teach you on different things, right? And for you to be able to benefit from their wealth of knowledge, right, you need to be proactive, right? Actively engage with them. Ask thoughtful questions after your session, after the sessions, right, that you're going to be having. Ask thoughtful questions, right? Take notes during the section. If you need feedback, if you need feedback on something, right, you are free to seek feedback. You can, most times you may not get probably the direct WhatsApp contact of a particular mentor, but you can trace them to the social media platform that they are active on, and you can follow up them. And it's very good you follow up with them immediately after the conversation. Send them a message telling them, okay, I appreciate this, and this. I learned this. I'm really excited to have been under your guidance. Just follow them up with conversations, appreciate them, and so that later on, in case you need their guidance on something, it's going to be easy for you to be able to approach them, right? And then also you can share the lessons you learn from their section. And I think that's one thing that also works for me personally, right? Once you attend the program, right, you may not be able to connect with the mentors as much as you want to connect. You may not be able to actively engage with them. But by the time you go on your social media page, you share the lessons you learned, right, from their section. It's something that can draw them to you, right? And then also maintain consistent communication where necessary. Mentorship works when mentees are proactive. So you have to be proactive, right? Before our mentors start coming in, you have to be proactive and ensure that you prepare to get the best from them. Now, leveraging networking opportunities. And I've already said a little bit about this, that go to your growth circle and go and connect with the people there. Get ready to connect with mentors, because right, there are a lot of networking opportunities within GMP program, growth mentorship program. So participants should connect with fellow mentees, interact with the mentors, participate in discussions and forums, right? Don't just keep quiet. By sharing your knowledge, somebody may be drawn to what you say and be willing to collaborate with you on something. And then also build meaningful professional relationships. All right, networking can open doors to collaboration, to internships, to jobs, to partnerships. Now, applying what you learn. Knowledge alone is not enough, so you need to work towards applying what you learn, right? Now, for you to be able to make something stick in your head, or make something become a habit, or make something become part of you, you have to do it like frequently, right? So gaining the knowledge alone is not enough. As a participant, you should apply the lesson immediately. You can apply it immediately by doing, if it's something that you are meant to do, by doing it, by talking about it, so it becomes a part of you. Probably having a follow-up conversation on a particular topic within your growth circle, or even by teaching about it. By teaching about it, and probably you can make a social media post about it, or you can speak to a community of young people about what you learned, in order for it to be able to stick with you. And then you can also implement ideas you gain, right? You can practice new skills and then try to track your progress regularly to see that you are making good progress, right? See, you are going somewhere. So growth happens when your learning meets with action. Now, staying committed despite challenges. Earlier on, I mentioned that people will drop along the line, right? And there are legitimate excuses: busy schedule, academic demands, work demands, distractions, different reasons for dropping. But the beautiful thing is that GMP has been designed in a way that is to provide support for you in those challenging times, right? And what I mean by that is that your growth circle, right? Probably you are having a busy schedule. You can ask somebody to like hold your hand, to always constantly remind you, and that. So your growth cycle is a way to solve that problem. And then your growth cycle leaders too are there, your lesson officer, NICOB operational staff. We are all here to help you stay consistent and disciplined for you to get to the finishing line. Now, giving back and paying it forward. Growth is not meant to stop with you. The things you learn, it just in relation to what I said concerning making a knowledge stick with you, right? You talking about it, you doing it, you teaching about it. The same thing too about growth. Growth is not meant to just stop with you, right? It's meant to continue, right? You should be someone that would also inspire the growth in the lives of other people or in other environments where you find yourself. So participants, as a participant of GMP, you are encouraged to share your knowledge with others, support fellow participants, contribute to communities both online and offline, and then also mentor others, even right now while you are in the program, by sharing the lessons you learn, or even in the future when you want to apply it, when you want to apply that later on. So this doing all that will help in strengthening the mentorship cycle. So now let's take another water break. I have different purpose for everyone. For some persons, I may be a home. For some, I might be a source of fun. I grow really tall and live a long time, but once I get too old, I just fall down and die. What's the answer? What am I? So let's see our responses.
Hi, Mercy. Can you just give them like a few minutes to read that again? So that's, yeah.
Sure. Please, can you see my screen? Can you see it visibly? Okay, yes, thank you. So I'm waiting for our answers. And for those of us that want to drink water, you can drink your water. I'm seeing somebody's answer. No Google is okay. Thank you very much. Let's see answers from more persons. I hope the answer of one person is not inspiring the answers of others. Are you sure that's the correct answer? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see what the answer is then. Okay, I've gotten a different answer now. That's good. It's becoming interesting now. Okay, thank you very much to everyone that participated. Please, can you see my screen in full now? Dami, please, can I get the response from you?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you very much. In full, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So the answer is a tree. For as many persons that said a tree, that's the answer. The question was, I have different purposes for everyone. I can be a home for somebody. I can be a source of fun. I grow really tall and I live a long time, but once I get too old, I just fall down and die. What am I? I'm a tree. So let's continue. So familiarization with key tools, getting familiar with key tools, right? Here in GMP, 3 major tools we use are email, WhatsApp, and then the learning management system, which is our website. And as a participant, you have to show up when necessary on these platforms. And I believe everybody here already knows like their way around their emails, their WhatsApp. The only thing is that in respect to emails, some persons may be nonchalant in checking their email. So you just have to improve on that. So the emails will be used for official announcement, as a reminder for sessions. It's going to be used for important program updates, to share resources, to share materials. And as a participant, you are encouraged to check your emails regularly. You are also encouraged to respond when a response is expected of you, and then to avoid missing important updates. And one unique thing, right, about the advancement of technology is that you can adopt the session reminders into your Google Calendar for it to come up as a notification, a reminder once it's time for that, for the program, for the webinar, whatever. Then for the WhatsApp community, right, within the WhatsApp community, we have a general WhatsApp group with a GMP 2026 standout, right? That's the name. So it's basically for announcements, for discussions. Then we have the growth circle, which is a smaller accountability group, right? The accountability group for smaller interactions. You have a concern, you can send a message to your growth circle, right? Or you reach out to your growth circle leader. And then we also have the leaders group that comprises of the liaison officers and the growth circle leaders, representatives from the various groups, which is essentially for passing of information. So as a participant, whichever group you find yourself on, ensure you engage respectfully, you share insights, and then you encourage other participants. Now, for the learning management system, the website, so I'm not going to spend so much time here, and that's because we will keep on getting constant information about this. For example, this evening, Dami Lola sent in 2 videos, right, to the group, to the general group, to guide you on how to complete your profile and do other things in relation to what is expected of you at this onboarding level. So now the learning management system, it contains learning materials, right? Recorded sections, your assignments, the resources of the program, right? It's all there, right? And then once the mentorship session starts properly, at the end of every section, you are meant to go and mark your attendance on the learning management system on the website. You go and mark your attendance. If you don't mark your attendance, there's not going to be recorded, right, that you attended. So you will not mark your attendance on your growth circle, right? You will not mark it on probably any link that will be shared to use on your learning management system, and you mark your attendance by giving a review, right? Information about that is going to be sent. So you can see the video tutorials on how to navigate the learning management system. And if you still have issues, you can share your concerns in your growth circle, and other persons who have been able to cross that path can guide you on how to do it. So ensure you regularly visit the platform in order to stay updated. The next 180 days, it can transform your life. If only you stay committed to the program, you remain consistent, show up regularly, you engage actively engage where it's needed of you, do your assignments, respond to messages you are meant to respond to, apply what you learn, right? And your growth is your responsibility. Your growth is your responsibility. So I officially welcome everyone on this call to GMP 2026 Team Standout. You are not here by accident. You are here because you have the potential to grow, to lead, and to make impact in whichever environment you find yourself in. So welcome to GMP, and I really hope that you get the best. I really hope that you maximize the opportunities that are available in this program. Thank you very much. So we are going to take our questions and answers now. So if you have a question, you can just drop your question in the chat box, or you raise your hand, and we'll ask you to speak up. Please, if your mic is not muted, help us mute your mic. Thank you very much. Okay, somebody is asking, what is the full meaning of NICOP? And thank God. Please, can you help us mute your mic? Or Damilola, can you help mute him from your end? Thank you very much. Okay, so we have somebody saying, what is the full meaning of NICOP? And will each of us have a mentor assigned to each of us? Okay, NICOP, right? it's not an abbreviation, it's NICOB Capacity Development Center. And to get more information concerning the meaning of NICOB, you can look that up on our website. And then will each of us have a mentor assigned to each of us? Okay, right? So the mentors that will be coming, they are not going to be assigned to you specifically. There's going to be like, it's just a live section, right? A live section where the mentors will come around, teach everybody, give everybody an assignment, and then we participate. But in situations where you have concerns, right, you can reach out to your growth circle leader or your liaison officers, and if there are things that they cannot address, they can guide you on what to do. If there are things they cannot address, right, they are going to reach out to NICOB operational staff to be able to address that for you. And then, can I get access to the recordings, too many information within a short time? Okay, you are going to be given a handbook that contains most of the things I've said, and that's going to be available for you, right? And also, this session is being recorded, so you will find the recording on the learning management system. Yes, all sessions should be recorded. That's a response to Babatunde, and sent to us probably. Okay, the session should be recorded. If you missed a particular session, you can check the learning management system. And just to say, you don't just miss a particular session, or you don't just miss a particular class, right, by just being absent, right? You need to reach out to your growth circle leader, your liaison officers, and they will communicate that to the management team. And always remember that 75% attendance is needed for you to be able to finish from GMP. So if you keep on missing sessions like that, it's not going to be a good one at the end of the day. Then please explain how to mark attendance through giving of reviews. A video is going to be sent to guide you on how to do that. By giving of review, I mean probably what you learned from the session, how you found the session. Is there something you want us to improve on? That's just what I mean by giving review. So you just write a short comment. You can decide to write an epistle. It's fine. You can decide to write just a sentence, but it just signifies that you participated in the session. And then, how long is our online meeting expected to span? All right, I think I would say within the range of 1 hour to 2 hours. It depends on the topic and it depends on the mentor, right? There are some topics or there are some sessions that can be for an hour, and there are some that can extend beyond an hour, right? So it just depends. Then some of them might be divided into days, right? Not all of them can. Some of them, right, long topics, right, long discussions, they can be broken down into days. Then when our classes starting, are we going to have classes during the week? Okay, Damilola is going to help us to answer that. She's going to give you more information about that. The slides too for reference. I don't understand that, Babatunde, right? And then the assignment will be given. This is from Tijani. Is it going to be based on what we learned from the particular online session? Yes, it's going to be based on that. There are most of the assignments, there are things they are in the nature of applying it to yourself, right? Right. So like the assignment will not just tell you to reproduce what has been given to you, right? You are going to be applying it to your own self or to a particular situation. Then my question, this is from Ifeanyi Chigo. Is there any classes or training apart from the activities on our portal? Okay, I can't give a perfect answer to that. Damilola will take that. Ma, please, can you go again in how we will mark attendance, Ma? Okay. A video is going to be provided for you on how to mark your attendance, right? Marking your attendance, you just go to your to the website, you log in to your account, and then you provide a review on the particular session that will just conclude. That's how you mark your attendance. And like I said, a video will be provided to give you more information. Okay, you said if the presentation slide will be made available after the section. Okay, right, subject to the director's approval, is going to be made available. Thank you very much. So I believe this is all the questions for now. So I'll invite Damilola to handle 2 questions that I didn't answer. Thank you very much.
Can we give our facilitator a round of applause? Let me see your clapping emoji. You guys are not clapping for her. Is it that you don't enjoy the session? Let me see. Let me see. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mercy. Even I enjoyed this session, despite the fact that I'm part of the organizers and I know everything before. It's just like I'm a participant. As you were talking and I'm taking notes, I'm getting new things like, okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mercy. All right, I'm just going to start from the questions that Mercy was unable to answer. I think I jotted them down here. Having classes during the week. Okay, so I just jot it down the way I would remember. So somebody is asking if we'll be having classes during the week. So our sessions, if you remember vividly, unless you did not join when Mr. Nicholas was addressing us, when he was giving us his opening remarks. So we will meet at least twice in a week, and that is Fridays and Saturdays. So I need you to write that down if you need to, so that you don't forget. Every Friday and every Saturday, we meet for our live session. So it is not a recorded session. This program is not a recorded session. It is a live session whereby you come online like this, you join a call, and then the mentor comes online and then mentor you on a particular subject. Okay, so at 8 p.m. on Friday and 8 p.m. on Saturday, you're going to be having a session for the next 3 months. This program is 6 months, right? So for the next 3 months, you're going to be joining a live session. Also, I'm going to be having one more session. If you watched the video that I sent to the group today, you will now understand what I'm about to say. I sent a video on how to navigate your GMP portal if you want to join a session. If you have not watched it, just go back to the general group and download the video. So there is a particular session that is not mandatory. One session, one activity is not mandatory, and that is the intelligence system. Why is it not mandatory? It is not mandatory because it is not compulsory. Okay, I just changed the word for tautology's sake. So anybody can join. If you feel like, oh, I need this session, join. If you feel like I don't need this session, please go and sleep. And this session takes place once in 2 weeks. Every Wednesday, once in 2 weeks. I hope you understand that English. Once in 2 weeks on Wednesdays, we will be having this intelligence system session. That's the only one we'll be having on Wednesdays. But every other session that we are having on Fridays and Saturdays, they are mandatory. So you cannot miss them. You cannot tell me that, oh, I did not, because you signed up for this. Nobody first forced you to come and apply. Okay. And so I personally will not take it easy with you because I'm not nice. I'm kind. I'm a kind person. So I will not take it with you at all. So I hope that person got this clearly now. Are we having classes during the week? So I think I have answered that question perfectly. The second question is, are we having classes or training apart from activities? So apart from the ones that I just mentioned now, you can decide that, oh, I want to meet with my mentor. We are going to explain that later in the course of the program. Yes, we will have somebody for your group that if you have a challenge that you are going through, and basically that person might be your liaison officer. Okay, please, I need you to hold your liaison officer in high esteem. Like Mr. Nicholas said, we are not paying these people. They are volunteering their time and resources. So we need you to hold them in high esteem and respect them. Because if they are doing this outside and they are being paid, we know how much they will be getting. They know how much they will be paid for this service that they are rendering for us for free. Okay, so apart from the ones I have just mentioned, no other training or classes. But once in a while, we can call for a meeting, okay, impromptu meeting, and it might not be general, it might be for your group or for a particular person's, okay. So that is that about that. Please give me a thumbs up if you understand that, whoever asked that question. All right, thank you very much. So I'm just going to move very quickly to other things that I have here. So when Mercy was sharing a slide and talking to us about making the most of GMP, I need to reiterate some things. Taking notes. Please just type in the chat box if you know that you have your notes here and you have jotted something, like you've written some things that you think are important. Just put it, I did, or I have my notes. Just put it, I want to see. I need you to type, I want to see. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So it is very, very necessary that you have your notes for every session, not just this session. For every session, you must have your notes. I did that with my group. I told them to get a note and send a picture of it to the group. Let me see. A note and a pen that is dedicated for this program, because I'm not just going to come listen to mentors, for almost 2 hours. Like Mercy said, you're going to be spending nothing less, okay, it might be less, depending on the mentor, okay? But we have scheduled at least 2 hours for every session. So imagine you just come to class for 2 hours without you taking a note. I believe some of us have gone to the university while some are still in school. Imagine you go to school for the whole semester, you don't even have a note. So when you want to write tests or exams, what are you going to read? And this is a life matter that you're going to need the notes even in 5 years' time. Like Mr. Nicholas was saying, that in 5 years' time, you will look back and you will appreciate this program. So you need a note. I must say that you need a note. If you don't have your note tonight, please get one and keep it safe somewhere that you don't have to keep to look for it every week when you want to join a session. Okay. Also, we asked some of you questions. We asked all of you questions during the interview. And how are you going to contribute to this community, to this program? Some of you gave us fantastic responses, which we appreciate. But I'm going to say one of the ways that you can contribute to this program, and that is engagement. Engagement, not only in the group, but on our social media platforms. We have a page on Instagram, we have a page on LinkedIn, we have a page on Facebook. And so one way to contribute to this program is by you engaging on our posts. So our social media managers are going to be posting links. In fact, starting from next week, they're going to be posting links. And one way you can promote GMP so that other people can see us, other people can have access to what you are enjoying now, is by you engaging, reposting, okay, sharing with your communities, sharing with your contacts, your network, letting other people see what you are enjoying, so that next year when the application is open, they can also join. I know some of you here, you said, oh, I saw this on my friend's status, and I know that he did it last year or 2 years ago, and I've seen improvement. So I felt if you could get improvement from this program, I can also get the same. So you too should do the same for other people who are in your network. So that is another way that you can promote this program. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the capstone projects now before I go to the next point. So capstone projects is the projects that you're going to be doing for the remaining 3 months of this program. Remember, I said that for good 3 months, you're going to be meeting your mentors live. Okay, so the remaining 3 months is now dedicated for your capstone projects. And like I explained to some of you during their interview, so it is you going out, training under other people what you have gotten from this program. You know, we want to make you get the you know, what we want to build inside of you that mentorship trait. You know, it cannot just die on you. You have mentors who have trained you, who have mentored you. So you should also have people you will train and mentor. Mercy has said it all. One way to make sure that you get the most of this is by you training other people, even before the capstone project. I love to teach people. If I learn something now, like I've not seen this thing before and I got to know it, I just want to teach. I want to teach the next available person that I'm seeing. That is me. Even if you have known it before, I don't want to know. I just want to teach you. And that's the behavior we want you to also imbibe. Don't say, don't hold knowledge. No, don't hold knowledge, because if other people hold it to themselves, you will not know what they know. I hope I'm communicating. If I'm communicating, just give me a thumbs up or just write in the chat box, yes, I can hear you and I can understand you. Yes, thank you, Tijani. Knowledge is transferable. Knowledge is transferable. So we need you to get ready for this capstone project. And like Mercy has shared, even if you joined the whole session and you did not complete your capstone project, and you say you want to pay 5,000 naira for your certificate, you cannot get it. Yes. Let me repeat that. If you attend all sessions, complete your task, assignment, every other thing, but do not complete your capstone project, you cannot get a certificate from us. Do you get that? Do you get that? So for you to get a certificate which is being paid for, you will pay for it, like she said. You need to have 75% attendance and also complete your capstone project. So that is how important the capstone project is for you. And so this is why you need to, you cannot but pay attention in class, because you are going to be teaching other people what you have learned. So if you don't come to class, what are you going to teach other people? Am I communicating? So you will get more information about the capstone project as time goes on. Okay. Also, this one is very important. I know some of you have been waiting to hear it because you joined GMP because of it. And I'm talking about the Coursera courses. Yes, some people here, it's not GMP that they came for, but because they see that, I'm going to have access to 18,000 courses of Coursera, I must be here and I'm not going to pay for it. I'm not going to pay a dime. So majority of you are here because of that. Okay, and you are like, this auntie has not talked about Coursera. Now what's happening? You know, don't worry. We're going to have another session for that. We cannot infuse that in tonight's session because it's a whole lot on its own. So we're going to have another session where we're going to take you through the Coursera courses and how you're going to navigate the platform on its own. If you check your GMP portal, you will see Coursera Special, right? So it is already there. So we're going to take you through on how to navigate that separately. Okay. If you are, thank you, Tijani. I know Tijani is one of those people who have been anticipating this. So if you are happy to hear that, just put it in the chat box. Put it in the chat box. Thank you, Baba, today. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to check my notes if I've touched everything. Okay, this one is also very important, and I must say it. I need to say it. Reading about the sessions and mentors ahead of their of their session. Yeah. So we've already scheduled the meetings to help you to know what next you are going to be having. Okay, as we have finished this onboarding session now, if I were you, I will go to my portal and check, okay, when next do I have a session? When is the next meeting? What is the topic that we are having next time? Okay. And then you go online, read about it. What does this mean? And then you get possible questions. I tell students this thing every year so that when the mentor comes on board and after the whole session, they are now asking you any question, you are not saying no question. No, you cannot be saying no question. You will say no question because you did not read ahead. As a student, as a university student or maybe secondary school student, you have a scheme of work, right? And why they give you scheme of work is that you read ahead of the class so that if there is something that you do not understand, please let me know if you can still hear me. Just put it in the chat box. Yes, I can hear you. All right, thank you, Caleb. So if there is anything you read that you do not understand, you can ask the mentor. Do you understand? Even if the mentor did not mention it, you can just raise it up. Oh, I was preparing for this class, for this session, and I saw this. Please, can you explain it? Can you put more light to it? You know, it even shows the mentor that you are willing to learn. It shows the mentor that you want to get more knowledge. Do you understand? And from there, they get to notice you. Mercy was talking about building relationship with your mentor, chatting them up immediately after the session. You know, if you have asked a question during the session and then you slide into their DMs and you say, oh, I was the one who asked the question, it creates bond between the two of you and it gives you access easily. So this is an expo that you did not pay for that I'm giving you now. You know, this is a mentorship program and this is mentorship. This is mentorship. Do you get it? Okay. And then, okay, I think I've mentioned both. Read about the topic ahead of time. Okay, then ask questions. Then the mentors. If I say Nicholas Alifa is coming to teach us next week, Friday, and even if you've known him before, like you've heard his name, I expect that you go and read, go and check. Okay, is he on LinkedIn? Let me see what he had done before. Let me see his posts. Let me see, you know, his area of expertise. Do you get it? So that it will even give you the idea of who this person is, what kind of questions that you will ask them. You know, okay, I think I need someone to mentor me in this area. And this is what this person does. It makes you anticipate more from such mentor. Am I making sense, guys? So I need you to do this. This is something that is very crucial to your journey in the next 6 months. Very, very crucial. It's not just you attending classes because you want to mark attendance to have 75%, and then you can collect your certificate and show to people wherever they ask you, oh, have you attended any program before? Let us see your certificates. No, this is not one of those programs. We are building leaders who will also build leaders in their community. Do you understand? And that's why I always put in the group that you must. It is a must, whether you like it or not. And I'm sure that you will appreciate us later. By the time you see that you now have this character inbuilt in you, and you ask yourself, how did I come about these things? You remember that, oh, it is GMP. I remember when I was in GMP, they made us do this thing by force. I did not like to do it, but because I was in GMP, I have to do it. And you will definitely appreciate it. So thank you very much. Before we go, I would like to answer another question. I just remember that I did not answer that. So somebody asked the other time that somebody asked that what is Nick, or what is the full meaning of Nick Hop? So you can see the way I pronounced it, Nick Hop. NIC Hub. That is NIC and Hub. So the first three letters stands for the our co-founders at NIC Hub. So the N is for Nicholas, I is for Israel, and C is for Chioma. So it is NIC Hub. I remember somebody addressing Mr. Nicholas as NIC Hub. So I had to set it straight for the person so that they don't go outside there and then they address him like that. Do you understand? So that is the full meaning of NIC Hub. Nicholas, Israel, and Chioma. Okay. Please give me a few. Okay, I think you heard that, Tijani, Nicholas, Israel, and Chioma, then Hub. So that is the full meaning of NIC Hub. Please give me a few minutes. I'm coming.
Okay, guys. So while we wait for Dami to join us quickly, I would love to quickly show you guys what the panel looks like, because some of you are asking questions about your dashboard. So I'm going to share my screen and show you how you can quickly navigate through your dashboard, and it's kind of straightforward. So I'll try as much as possible to see if I can use both the desktop screen and phone screen. So confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Great, brilliant. So this is the landing page. So I'll first of all talk about, if you want to learn more about the program, about NICOP Capacity Development Center itself, you can always visit this page to see what's in there. But one of the pages I want you to pay attention to is you go under programs, and click on GMP 2026. So on the GMP 2026, you will see the mentors that you are going to meet this year. So Dami talks about getting to know your mentors before the sessions. So you're going to see the list of the mentors. There are about 19 or 20 of them. They are coming to take different aspects. So when you click on view, for example, click on view, it will take you to the mentors full page. So you can read about the blessing, for example. We'll be talking about branding and communications, and then you look at the synopsis. Then you can connect directly with the mentors through, connect with them on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, directly from here. And you can also see their bio and all. So this I want you to pay attention to this. So this is the page our advice that you visit. But most importantly, if you have logged in, which I believe everyone here should have, so you will be able to see your icon here. When you click on it, you will see my GMP portal. Now that's where I wanted to pay attention to. Not dashboard, it's my GMP portal. So when you click on my GMP portal, it brings you to a place like this. So this is where you should spend the next 6 months or throughout the program. So this place gives you overview of the tasks that you have done and everything. Once they start populating the tasks, you'll be able to see them here, and you'll be able to do the tasks here, submit the tasks here. I would have put in a mock task, but maybe subsequently we'll do it. But you see your task here, you submit your task. If it is a link, you'll be able to add link, you'll be able to add upload document, whatsoever that task is. Then once you submit it, it goes to your liaison officers. Then your liaison officer will look at the task. If the liaison officer is not satisfied, they will tell you to go back and review and redo it. If they are satisfied, they'll mark done, and then it will show automatically that yes, you have finished your task. So this is where you have been tracked. Nobody is following you, nobody is pursuing you. And one of the things is that your tracks have deadlines. So you want to make sure that you finish it, or you do your task before the end of before the deadline passes. The next thing you also need to pay attention to is the activities. So when you click on the activities, already you can see all the activities that you are supposed, that are compulsory for you to do this year, and these are different sections. So you can come here and add to if you add to your calendar. If you click on add to your calendar, it automatically bring you to your Google Calendar, and then you can add to your calendar from here. Or okay, or you can join the meeting. This will take you automatically to the link of the meeting. Now, if the program have passed, maybe after today, and this program have passed, for example, there's an example here. This is where you mark your attendance. Come back to this platform again. You click on feedback. You rate the meeting over 1 to 5. I know we rate you guys during your interview, so it's time for you to rate us. So you rate it over 1 to 5. You tell us what your takeaway is. Tell us what you think we need to improve. Be as sincere as possible and be as thorough as possible. Once you do that, you can click on, let me say fixing, and say this is me testing. I copy it again. I hope this allows me to submit it like that. Copy it again and paste it here, and I click submit feedback. So it automatically the feedback is automatically submitted. So once you submit the feedback immediately, it will reflect on your liaison officer that you have attended this session. If it doesn't matter if you're in session from the beginning to the end, if you don't do this, it's as good as you didn't attend the session. So that's that about that. So you can also navigate through it. Then you subsequently, we're going to be giving announcements. New things come up, maybe a change of stuff. You give announcements here, so you're going to see those announcements here. You're going to also receive email if there are announcements, automated email, there are announcements for you to see. So you see the announcement here. Now, this mentorship section, we are still working on it. Once we finish up, because we want to bring on board some key persons that you can speak with based on if you need something specific. And so we are still working on that. Once that is in place, we'll let you know. You'll be able to schedule mentorship, because we want to guide how you talk to the mentor, so that at the end of the day, you don't go about asking or relating with them in a way that is not professional. So we want to give you a training. Then finally, you can see here, you'll be able to see your group members, who is in your group, who is your group leader, and all. And then this is the resource. We from today or from tomorrow, we'll start populating this place. You're going to be seeing resources. For example, if there are maybe someone asks if the presentation slide will be available, definitely they'll be available, and you can find them under the resource. So it's very simple to navigate. We will try to keep it as simple as possible. And if you want to go back from here, just come here and click back to dashboard, and that's okay. Now, your dashboard, we talked about Coursera Special. We're going to talk about that in details. So please do not visit this place yet. Do not visit. If you visit this place, you're going to have problem once we start, because we've not been executed. So, but once the time comes, we'll let you know. But it's as simple as join Coursera Special. You pick the areas that you want to do your courses. Let's say you pick like at least three areas, then you submit. Once you submit your enrollment, we receive that area. Now, this will let us to now assign to you the specific course that you will take in these following areas. So you're expected to pick 3 for a start. But once you finish the program, and as long as you become a fellow, you continue to have access to the Coursera. But if you don't finish the program, at the end of this program, that's where your access ends. Now, if you notice, there is one that is ticked automatically. So because we believe that at least if you feel everybody must do at least a course, there's one course that is, or certification that is compulsory, and that course must relate to personal development. So it's compulsory for everyone, for anyone, and it's part of your prerequisite. So you have to finish at least one Coursera course before the next 6 months. And of course, if you can finish 15, 20, 100, depends on how you want to, but at least you have to finish one course on personal development. So that's compulsory. So I think that about Coursera. But I want to also, if you permit me, I want to quickly talk about the one session that is not compulsory for everyone, and that is the session. I'll share my screen again, please, if you would allow me. The one session that's not compulsory for anyone, and that's a session that I personally will be taking, and I don't want it to be compulsory because of what is around it. Give me a second. Let me pull out to share the screen. Where's the screen? Where you stop sharing this one? Present something else. and I want to present my entire house, and I want to present this. So great. So it's called After Hours Growth Cycle, and it's going to be in the night. So it's 10 p.m. to I wanted to call it a night. It's called After Hour because it's the night, and it's going to be real-time discussion about the intelligence system. And why do we want to talk about the intelligence system? Because I've discovered that it is whatever it is that you are going to, it is the major difference between those who stand out and those who cannot stand out, is the intelligence system. So there's a whole lot. It's going to be 12 contacts twice in a month, bi-weekly, and we're going to go deep into what is intelligence system, how can you identify the kind of intelligence system that you have, how can you leverage intelligence system to stand out in life. And when I mean in life, how can you be the person that comes to the room and people knows that someone has been here? So it's going to be from experience. We're going to talk about science. We're going to talk about psychology. We're going to talk about real life experience. We're going to talk about examples of peoples that have leverage on the intelligence system and how the art has helped them to stand out. Again, it's nighttime, and it's not compulsory for anyone. And so that is so. I simply want to hint on that program, and that's all from me. Thank you so much. Dami, over to you. I hope you're rounding up now,
Okay.
because I think we've told
Yes,
them too much
yes.
already. Okay.
Yes, sir. We are rounding up already. So thank you very much, sir, for that additional information. So thank you, sir. Abdulwaris asked a question, and that is, let me check the question again. Thought I wrote it down. The capstone project, can it be done virtually or it must be online? I think you wanted to say, or must it be physical? So it's a physical project. It's a physical project. And like I said, we will be giving you other information concerning, but basically it can be in groups. It is majorly in groups. But say, for example, you don't have your group members in your area, you have to do it alone. Do you understand? I explained this to people during the interview just to prepare them ahead of what they are going to be doing in those programs. So it's going to be a group project. You will go together either to school or wherever you have chosen to go to. Okay. And if there is nobody among your group members in your area, that means you're going to be doing it alone. But it is a physical project. Just know that it's a physical project. So thank you very much. Again, we will be sending subsequent videos. I know Mr. Nicholas has shared some things with us concerning GMP portal, but we are human beings. We can even forget what somebody tell us 5 minutes ago. Okay, so we'll be sharing videos on how to navigate each section on the portal so that you can watch and watch again until you get familiar to it. So that is that from me. Thank you very much once again for joining us, for staying till this time. If you have any questions, I'm just going to give us 2 minutes to ask. 2 minutes. If you have any question, let me know. Okay. I believe there are no questions. But if you still have questions after this session, please do well to reach out to us. We're going to open the group tonight so that you can give your feedbacks, what you've learned and what you anticipate. Okay, so we'll open the group tonight so that we can do all of that. So thank you once again. God bless you. Have an amazing evening. Okay, somebody is asking, where will the attendance be active? So it is active once the session has gone past section. Do you understand? Just like the example Mr. Nick showed us. And if you check the video I sent this afternoon, it is there. So as we have done this section now, when you go to your GMP portal, let's say by tomorrow, you will see it in past. You can even test it now and see, okay, they said 8 to 10, right? Once it is 10:01, go and check. You will see it that it is in past, and then you will see the give feedback icon. Click on it, give your review, and please, we want a comprehensive review. A comprehensive review. Don't just give us one sentence or one word. No, your review will give us give us an idea of how much you stayed on the session, how focused you are on the session, and how well you understood the mentor. Okay, so do yourself a favor and help us by giving a comprehensive review. I hope that is all. Let me check again to see if any other person sends a question. All right. All right, thank you. Good night, everyone.